Hey everybody, it's Bri. This is the second installment of What Is She Doing? So basically, the day after I made my first video, I sent an email out to maybe 6 or 7 of my absolute ideal contributors, who I would love to have write for issue 1. I get nervous shivers thinking about how excited I am, and most of them, all bar one, said yes, which is huge. So I can tentatively confirm that we have Carly Finlay, Lorelei Vashti, Charlotte Wood, Zoya Patel, and a couple of other really incredible writers who have all agreed to write for issue 1 of Hot Chicks with Big Brains. It is so exciting. Anna and I have spent the last few days making t-shirts and tote bags, which go on sale really soon, because we're making the t-shirts and the tote bags that we are selling to fundraise to pay contributors for issue 1.
Pretty exciting.
Really exciting.
Getting crafty, Bri's in her overalls. We're ready to go.
And it's getting really tactile.
The crafternoon. Cheers!
This is a real thing that's happening. It is a baby coming into the world, and it is super exciting. Sorry if your totes come with cat hair. You're welcome. Second bunch of cool things to happen. I got a haircut and a library card. The reason I got a haircut is because it was my birthday yesterday. These two seemingly unrelated incidents are, in my mind, very much connected because I'm starting to realize, have mild panics about just how little freelancers get paid per article of thing that they write. To get a long person's haircut at just a regular salon is close to, if not more than, $100. And, what? And so I got this beautiful haircut, and then I walked out and started doing the math in my head of just how many hours of freelance work I would have to do to pay for that haircut, at this point in my career, and it was quite alarming. And so that's where this pretty little baby comes into play. I was starting to have a panic about how much money I spend on books and periodicals, and I was like, if only there was a place you could go where you could just read books for free, and they had computers, and had some magazines sometimes. And I was, those exist. They're called libraries. Yeah, and then I found this other thing out, that apparently authors get paid depending on how many people borrow their books. Because I sat there and I was like, what is actually worse? For me to be the kind of douchebag that orders books from Book Depository, or I borrow books from libraries, and then I found out that authors get money if lots of people borrow their books out, so now I don't even feel bad. That's why my hair and the library card are interconnected, because I have started and can't stop thinking about money. Okay, so this is my mentor, Tiana Templeman. Okay, Tiana Templeman, why on earth would you spend an hour a month with a young writer in payment of just 1 cup of coffee?
Well, I guess to start with, I'm a writer, so obviously coffee is going to work when it comes to payment. But I guess there's a few reasons, but probably the main one is when I started, I guess, I was very much like Bri in that I wasn't a trained writer. I've got a whole lot of qualifications now, but when I first started travel writing, I didn't have a degree, and I wish that someone had taken the time to tell me a whole lot of stuff that I didn't know back then that I now know. And so I guess I'm paying it forward. I was also really lucky to along the way be helped by people in my career, and I think it's sort of karma when you've got a bit of experience to actually pay it forward and help some other people develop their creative practice.
I met Tiana at a Walkley's Freelance Focus conference that happened in Brisbane. I meet up with her once a month. The meeting I had tonight was the second ever time I've met with her, and I really appreciate it. She's like my super smart fairy godmother that makes this whole transition much smoother. She just is able to tell me all kinds of incredible things that I would have had to figure out the hard way on my own. I approached Tiana because she's incredibly intelligent. She's doing her PhD in freelancing in Australia, and she's just really pragmatic, and she's no nonsense, and she makes a regular income from her freelancing, and she's just really lovely and approachable. Lastly for now, I had a Skype session with Fiona Dunn, who's the programs manager at Express Media, and went a little bit like this. Hey, so it is 6:35. I got home from work at 5 to 6, just in time to have a Skype session with Fiona Dunn, who is the programs manager at Express Media. to talk about the possibility of me running a Buzzcuts program in 2016. So if you don't know, the Buzzcuts program is something that Express Media does that is a program that's all about training and encouraging the next generation of media and arts reviewers. And I took part in a Buzzcuts program that was in Melbourne this year, and to do that I had to fly myself down, like with my own money, to Melbourne twice. Express Media is an organisation that gets funding and is supposed to be sort of run nationally, but not many of their programs are available in Queensland, and a lot of them are focused in Victoria. I'm not trying to be critical of them, and the programs they run are amazing, but I did it this year on the understanding, and I said it to them. I met up with Fiona when I was down there just a couple of months ago, that I was spending all that money to take part in Buzzcuts in a different state because I wanted to run Buzzcuts in Brisbane in 2016. And she asked me if I'd be interested in being the Buzzcuts editor if we did Buzzcuts in Brisbane for Brisbane Festival and the Brisbane Writers Festival. And I was like, oh, I don't know, let me think about it. Yes? How incredible would that be? I remember doing a reading once at the Wheeler Centre where I met another incredible writer, and she said that unlike many other creative industries in Australia, the writing industry doesn't eat its own young. And at the time I thought that was a bit dramatic, but now that I think about it, compared to things like the theatre industry and the fashion industry, every time I have put my hand up to do something or for a new opportunity or a new experience in the writing community, it's just been received so positively, and I feel like all I get is encouragement. Things like this, when it happens, they just feel like green lights for me, like I'm actually making the right decision in leaving my job. Like I got home from work at 5 to 6 and I was exhausted, and all I wanted to do was just have a beer and go to sleep. But now I'm buzzing with excitement because like so many things are exciting and lining up so incredibly for next year. So yeah, I will tell you more about Buzzcuts 2016 in Brisbane as soon as I hear about it. But yeah, I just wanted to say that now.